Hi everyone, my name is Angie Tiwari, also known as Tiwari Yoga. I am a yoga, meditation and breathwork coach. I do a lot of work around trying to make those topics more accessible, more inclusive and more culturally appropriate. And I also run a virtual yoga studio called Unearthed, which is where you can join in on lots of my practices, but it's also the home to my wellness retreats. I use incense in my everyday. It is a morning ritual for me and it really helps me just set the tone for the day. It makes me feel really warm, feel more connected to my heritage and my culture, but also really connected with just that day. It's almost like I could wake up and rush downstairs and rush out the door or rush onto my laptop, but taking that time to light my incense, breathe it in, I offer it to the gods. So I'm Hindu and Ganeshji is the main god that I worship, and I will offer it up and just almost set an intention for the day. And it just helps me feel more aligned and more balanced really with my family. Every time there's a festival or a temple that we'd go to, or whenever I go to India, the scent of incense is in the air, and so it helps me connect back into those childhood memories and those family connections. But also incense is really old, so I think it's an age-old practice and an age-old ritual. I also think it's really nice to look back and think how wonderful it is, how many people before me and my ancestors have done the same ritual that I'm doing to ward away evil and to welcome in goodness into my home. Yoga is a practice that comes from South Asian culture, but a lot of people don't always recognise that because of the way that it has evolved, but also the way that it has contorted in some ways. And unfortunately, a lot of South Asians come to the practice of yoga and they feel excluded. They feel that certain sacred Sanskrit words are being butchered in the pronunciation, the meaning is getting lost. Yoga is such a wide practice, so there's so much depth to it, and I think sometimes it can feel diluted, it can feel that the true meaning isn't really being understood. And so being Indian and being of South Asian culture, it's really important for me to share that practice, that things that get missed, the rituals that you can't take a photo of, to my community and to the wider audience. When I'm in a state of not feeling balanced, so for me, my prakriti, the dominant doshas are vata and pitta. It's still important to remember I have that kapha dosha within me, but the vata and pitta are more predominant. Now, when I feel anxious, that I'm overthinking, or really fiery and really competitive and just kind of too fired up in a way, I know that I need to bring myself down and kind of reset. And practices that really help me, and practices that would really help someone who is overthinking or really struggling with sleep, whether that's getting to sleep or whether that's getting to sleep fine but waking up time and time again through the night. A really beautiful practice is called Padabhyanga, and that breaks into two. So Pad is feet, and then Abhyanga is massage, self-massage. And Ayurveda absolutely swears by using oil to massage your body and soothe yourself. So massaging the feet before bed, especially if you struggle to sleep. The feet has got marma points which connect to every organ in the body. So if you're going to massage any part of the body before bed, or just generally, if you want to massage any part of the body to relax you, go with your feet. It's going to soothe you, it's going to calm you, it just relaxes everything down, and then you're more likely to sleep a little bit deeper. It's such a simple practice. You can just pick up coconut oil from your local supermarket, the same coconut oil that you would cook with, and just melt it down so it's a little bit warm, massage it into your hands, and then just get it into your feet, put on some fluffy socks, and then go to bed. And that often helps with just balancing the vata, especially if you have got that over anxiety, overthinking, worrying about things. It'll just help soothe everything, and that's a really great tip that is a game changer, and I think one that a lot of people are able to do. You don't have to have any fancy equipment or ingredients for it. So when the weather gets colder and we get into winter, there is one thing I really like making. I do feel like a bit of a fraud because my husband is definitely the majority food maker in the house and he's very good at it. But a good old dal, a good old moong dal especially, the lentils, the soupy nature of it, especially when it gets into that period of time where it's darker earlier and you just want to stay in, you just want to cozy up, and you want to have a meal and a bowl of something that just nourishes your soul and makes you feel content and safe. I think food can do that. Food has the amazing way of making you feel safe. And what's great about that is all the spices. Again, we touched on the importance of herbs and spices. Ginger, really good for its properties in creating a little bit of heat in the body, so getting rid of any potential colds that are coming up, boosting your immunity. Black pepper is great for digestion. So there's loads of spices that you would just usually add into your curries and your dals that actually have these medicinal properties and these amazing benefits that make you feel really good, but also make you feel healthy and are really great for you.